So AOC, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, was, I believe, on Jen Psaki's show saying.
Yep. So I have that clip. I had that clip pulled. I was about to talk to you about that. So I had a whole joke even prepared, Eldonzo. I was going to say AOC was inside Jen Psaki last weekend.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, her show's called Inside with Jen Psaki, but
Inside Jen Psaki, whatever, wouldn't be the first one. Between that and, of course, AOC inciting violence, which you're going to have the clip and play it.
Yep.
And then, did you see the Ray Epps thing on 60 Minutes?
I did not see that.
So Ray Epps was on 60 Minutes talking this weekend about how Tucker Carlson has destroyed his life and is out to ruin him. I don't know what happened. It's all speculation, Kev. Anything I come up with, because Tucker hasn't come out and said anything. Of course, Fox really hasn't either. So anything we come up with is speculation. But it seems odd that right after that lawsuit, you got Ray Epps, who is one of the FBI's most wanted men from January 6th, who is now the darling of the January 6th committee. And you got AOC coming out and saying this. And then Monday morning, they told Tucker Carlson he's canned.
He's out. Yeah, I want to show this clip, though, of AOC inside Jen Psaki. I mean, AOC, I can't show that on YouTube, but I can inside the inside interview. Here's that clip.
Do you think media organizations or social media platforms should be accountable for the role for being platforms for incitement?
I believe that when it comes to broadcast television, like Fox News, these are subject to federal law, federal regulation in terms of what's allowed on air and what isn't. And when you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very, very clearly incitement of violence, very clearly incitement of violence. And that is the line that I think we have to be willing to contend with. And
this is very clearly incitement of violence. No, I hate when they do that. The left, it's always your speech is violence. You are causing me violence because you're saying something I don't like. That's what. And then she even do I have this video? There's another video that I have so that was before Tucker got fired. That was like the day before that aired, like the day before, 2 days before Tucker got fired. And then AOC also celebrated on Monday when she found out Tucker got fired. And I have that clip too from Twitter. And I'm going to play that one because I just want to show the kind of crap that AOC says. I think it's kind of hilarious. But I want to break down exactly, like, this is how the left acts. And like, she is emblematic of a lot of what I've seen from lefties across the board on Twitter, on Instagram, everything. But here's what she had to say after she found out Tucker got fired.
Carlson is out at Fox News. Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Go back to bartending.
What I will say, though, is while I'm very glad that the person that was arguably responsible for some of the largest, driving some of the most amounts of death threats and violent threats, not just to my office, but to plenty of people across the country. I also kind of feel like I'm like waiting for the cutscene at the end of a Marvel movie after all the credits have rolled. And then you see like the villain's like hand reemerge out to grip over like the end of a building or something. But deplatforming works, and it is important. And
deplatforming works, and it is important.
What she meant to say was restraining free speech. That's what she meant to say.
That's what she means by it. Deplatforming is just a bigger. I'm surprised she knows that word. First off, secondly, I just want to point out how flippin' dramatic. AOC is. AOC comes and blames Tucker Carlson for death threats that she gets from other wackos. First things first, I would like anybody, if you can show me, I will become a liberal. I will vote for Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders in the next election if you can show me a single clip of Tucker Carlson ever explicitly calling for anybody to die, have death threats against them, anything like that. I'd like to see that clip. I will vote for Joe Biden in 2024 if you can show me that clip.
And if I could show you that clip, Kevin, turn you into a liberal, I'd happily do it just to see the transformation. position, as we call it nowadays. But I can't pull it up, and neither can anybody else. I can say this much, though. The reason she gets death threats is because she originally tried to screw her district over. Now she's trying to screw the American people over. That's why she's probably getting death. And I don't condone death threats, okay?
That's the other thing that I wanted to say, too, is like, I am not calling for any death threats. Anybody who sent a death threat to AOC is an idiot, because not only is it just purely wrong, it's also like you're going to be on a watch list all the flipping time now. So you're you're patently an idiot. So no death threats ever condoned to anybody, period. On this show, on Aldonzo and Deez's show at Cities 92.9, we don't. But I think the craziest thing here is just how out in the open they are about their deplatform, get rid of, and don't allow them to speak message.
Dude, I saw a really great article in the Gateway Pundit today, and it was a picture of Tucker Carlson in a golf cart with his wife of 30 years, and they're smiling and having a good time. And this is after Fox fired him. And the whole gist of the story was Tucker Carlson's still happy. They'll always still be miserable. Next week, AOC has not even a fraction of the money that Tucker Carlson has, or the fame, or the fan base, or the charisma. And you know what? After today, she's still going to be a miserable sack of excrement. Tucker Carlson, fine, dude. That's the greatest thing about it.
Absolutely. I actually have. So I saw that video from Benny John. I saw it on Benny Johnson's Twitter. I can pull it up right now as part of an article, because Tucker did give a short response. But here's that video real quick. There's no really audio to it, but just him and his wife in the golf cart. You could hear his laugh a little bit out of the Daily Mail.
0 F's right there, Kev. 0 F's given. He knows he's going to bounce back. He's going to be fine.
He knows he's going to be fine. And so I actually, because you said earlier that he didn't, that from what you had known, he hadn't responded yet. According to the Daily Wire today, retirement is going great so far. Tucker Carlson laughs off reporters who interrupt his dinner date. Ousted Fox News host Tucker Carlson was all smiles when reporters caught up with him on Tuesday evening, or last night, on Tuesday evening in Florida. According to a report published by the Daily Mail, Carlson appeared absolutely unbothered by the fact that his abrupt exit after consistently dominating cable news ratings. The only future plans Carlson would admit to on Tuesday involved his imminent dinner, which he said would include appetizers plus entree, and marked the first weeknight dinner date since the beginning of his successful show's run on Fox with Susan, his wife of more than 3 decades. He said, quote, "I haven't eaten dinner with my wife on a weeknight in 7 years. Retirement is going great so far."
Well, I mean, you know what it takes to put into just the radio shows like we do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so much, and there's so much research and this and that. So I can imagine there's probably a little bit of sigh of relief whenever they came to the determination that Tucker Carlson wasn't coming back. There has to be, Absolutely. He's getting a break at least, get refreshed. So I think it'll work out good for him in the long run, to be honest with you.